Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Maybe even happy home from school day for some kids out there. I hope you all enjoy it. It's a little bit of a gray day here. But, it's not bad. It's not hot. It's not cold. All right, today we go over shoulders. We start some shoulder basics. I'll show you some basic rotator cuff and shoulder strengthening exercises, talk about where you should feel it, talk about where you shouldn't feel it, and how to adjust if you're feeling it in the wrong places. We'll just go over some basic shoulder stuff. All right, so let's do this thing. First and foremost today, you're going to need some cans. I have with me beans and pumpkin. It's not a cooking show. They weigh about a pound each, so they're just as good as a 1 pound weight. Throw a couple in a bag, and then you have a 2 pound weight or 3 pound weight, whatever you need. But I figured these are good to start with, some 1 pound weights, just to give us some feedback of where we should feel the muscles, and we'll go from there. So take your cans, lay on your mat. We're going to start on our side, and that can's just there for now. We're going to need the second can in a minute. Here, I'll tell you what. Put that up there. All right, so you're going to get your very comfortable posture, hips lined up, not rolled forward, not rolled backwards, knees lined up, ankles lined up. Your legs can be bent, your legs can be straight. Wherever you feel strong and stable in your core, then that's where you need to be. Your shoulders are lined up. I want you to imagine you have a $100 bill tucked in your armpit, right up there. Take your can in your hand, clamp down on that $100 bill. Your elbows should be lined up with your hip divot. That's about where it should sit. So I don't want it towards your belly button. I don't want it towards your back. I just want it lined up right in line with your body. This part of your arm, your humerus bone between your shoulder and your elbow, should be lined up in line with your body. $100 bill firmly clamped in your armpit, and you're just going to rotate away from your body. And down you go. And a strong, stable core. So as always, as we do the exercise, we breathe out. Creates core contraction, lifts the pelvic floor, up we go. And then down. And then down. So you need to feel this behind your arm and along your rib cage into your shoulder blade. So this is working your external rotators, the muscles that pull your arm away from your body, your rotator cuff. You might feel it up at your shoulder, a little bit of like a fatiguing burning, but I don't want any pinching, I don't want any pain, none of that. And then up you go. And then take a rest. I think that was 10. So you might feel this down to your elbow. You might get a little bit of this in your triceps. You're going to get some of it in your posterior capsule rotator cuff. And you're probably going to get some of it in your armpit and underneath your shoulder blade. All right? Up we go. And again, like everything else, if this is as far as you go, down to your belly button, right there, then that's your range. That's a strong. If you want a little bit more range, but that weight is too much, then just use your arm. And your hand is staying about 90 degrees at the elbow. So what that looks like in sitting is your arm is lined up with your body, your hand's about 90 degrees. Out you go. Belly out, except we're lying on our side against gravity with a little bit of weight. Now, what does that look like? Internal rotators. And these you're going to feel, again, along the inside of your body, maybe a little bit on the anterior of your shoulder. Your bicep might feel this a little bit, and in your shoulder blade. So this one, we're flat on the mat. We have that arm lined up with our body, and we bring it in. And then we lower it down. And we bring it in, and we lower it down. I don't want you to squeeze the pecs too much. I don't want you to feel like you're coming forward and squeezing your pecs. This is not a pec press. I just want this to work your shoulder rotators and in. If that's uncomfortable on your shoulder, do it in sitting. All right? So good, beautiful posture. In and out. In and out. Squeeze on the way in. So imagine that $100 bill is still in your armpit. Still there. Lock it in place. Keep your arm in line with your body. Boop. Boop. And then in we go. Squeeze in. Squeeze in. All right? You're going to feel this in your armpit. Deep in your armpit. All right? In we go. Squeeze the whole time. Keep that beautiful posture. And again, you can do it lying on your side. You can do it with weight. You can do it without weight. We're just trying to get the right muscles firing. In you go. All right? Now we need our second can. And I'm going to bring you up a little bit. So we can see there, yeah. All right, so. Top part of the shoulders, we're working abduction. Think chicken wings, right? Except we're coming out and then we're coming down. My shoulders are not sneaking up into my ears at all with this one. You can sit, you can stand, whatever is the most comfortable. So we're coming out to 90 degrees. You're pulling through your shoulder blades. So I want you to think of this motion as coming from your shoulder blades as they rotate through. So lifting, pulling your shoulder blades in towards your spine. All right, so you're rotating your shoulder blades. You're moving that joint capsule and your arms are coming up and gliding down. There's no upper traps in this. All right, so we're just lifting and lowering. If you need to do this one in front of a mirror so that you can make sure you have a good space between your ears and your shoulders, that beautiful posture we're looking for. So as I come up, I'm not lifting my shoulders at all. I'm not losing my neck. Down and up. Down and up. And my arms are staying in line with my body. So I'm not coming forward. I'm not coming back. I'm just lifting down and up. All right, and I have my weights. Just a little added against gravity. There you go. We're just getting those rotator cuff muscles, getting those deltoids, getting them firing. We just want to make sure that we feel it in the right place. If you're feeling it in the right place, if you're feeling the tops of your shoulders, if you're feeling your shoulder blades, if you're feeling all the right things move, by all means, add more weight. If you're getting a pinch at the top, if you come up and you feel like you need to either hike it up or you're getting a pinch, you can't do it, what I want you to do is I want you to roll your shoulders back. Open up your chest. Try it again. Try it with that good. I want you to think of taking that shoulder, taking that humeral head, pulling it back into the joint. All right? Take your weight, pull it back into the joint. So I'm not bending my elbow here. I have a straight arm. I'm pulling it back into the joint. Think about think about starting a lawnmower, but no, that's more of a body. I want you to, like a saw motion with your arm, get those muscles firing. And if you have a little bit of a weight on you, it gives you a little bit more feedback. Also, firing your hand muscles gets your rotator cuff a little bit more engaged. So if you need to drop it down, drop yourself, and just figure out how to get that humeral head, the top of that shoulder, engaged into the socket to do these exercises efficiently, because we don't want it here. We don't want it falling forward, because that's just going to stretch out. That's going to work the pec more than we need to. That's going to stretch out our scapular stabilizers, our shoulder blade muscles. I want you to really be able to find your shoulder into the socket. And then you can do your exercises. So this puts us in a really good position to do the rows, which is getting that shoulder blade a little bit more engaged. So from this forward flex position, brace yourself on the kitchen counter. Get your pumpkins. I mean, that's seasonally appropriate, right? Straight arm, pull the shoulder into the socket, bend the elbow, and then pull back. So these are rows. If you want to, you can do 2 at a time. You can do them, so I've got my butt rested here. If you have a high chair, if you have a low chair, scoop the abdominals in so you're really bracing straight back. And we're just coming straight back with those rows, squeezing the shoulder blades. So everybody had that friend growing up or that cousin that could put like a soda can between their shoulder blades and crush it. That's kind of the muscles that we're working here. So I'm coming forward. I have a flat back, right? There's no arch. There's no curve, just a flat back, tight abdominal muscles. Lifting my pelvic floor. I'm tightening my glutes. And then I'm just doing a row. So I'm going to do a forward bent row. I'm just squeezing those shoulder blades. So I'm feeling it a little bit in the back of the triceps. And I'm feeling it in here, in the middle of my shoulder blades. If you want to do it with one, you can do it with one. Switch hands. That looks like from the front. All right, so my shoulders are not crunching up into my ears. My abdominal muscles are engaged. I'm breathing out. Firing those muscles together. All right. If sitting, standing isn't good for these for you, do them lying down. There we go. That's supporting everything. Squeezing. Hang your arm off the edge of the bed. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. As long as you're feeling it in your shoulder blades, the squeeze between your shoulder blades, you're in good shape. All right. Last one I want to go over is a pull down. So I like this one a lot with an exercise band. I like an exercise band attached to the top of the door and pulling down. All right? Grabbing and pulling. Now, if you don't have an exercise band, then don't worry about it. Really quick. Get this guy. Put a little knot here. Alright, I'm going to do one thing that I don't want you to do at home. This door opens this way. Don't do an exercise on the side of the door where it opens towards you, because the last thing you need to do is pull it so that it pops open in front of you and whacks you in the nose. I'm going to do it here. Making poor choices here, alright? So if you have an exercise band, put the table a little bit my way. You're going to wrap your band, and so it should be longer. Mine's short because I did this on the fly. Pull down and control up. Pull down and control up. Pull down and control up. You're going to feel this a little bit through here and a lot of it through here and the underside of your shoulder blade. The inside of your shoulder blade. Now, if you know what muscles you're supposed to feel it in, you can do it with your cans. You can activate those muscles with nothing. The inside of the shoulder blades are pulling down your lats. These big flank muscles are pulling down towards your tailbone. Your abdominals are scooping, you're tight, you're breathing out as you do it. Arms up overhead, sort of palms facing each other. I can activate those muscles successfully because I know where I need to feel them. All right? Pulling down. Palms forward, palms together, whatever is most comfortable. Now, my shoulder is, this is tricky today. I got the table on the way. My shoulder is pulled into the socket. All right? So I have activated my shoulder. I've pulled it into the socket, and that's the position I'm keeping it in as I pull down. All right? Don't want to be uneven. Gotta grab my second can. Pulling my shoulder blades back together. I'm pulling down and activating those muscles. I'm breathing out, tightening my abdominals and my glutes as I go. I'm supporting my low back. I'm supporting my shoulder. If you're getting a pinch anywhere, please let me know. Shoot me a message. Reach out. We can work it out. You're probably tight in the pecs. I can show you some pec stretches. It's most likely just a positional pinch. So when our humeral head, when that shoulder comes up into the socket, if we're substituting a lot, we're going to jam that up on top as it goes in. What we want it to do is we want it to roll and glide as it goes down. This is a smooth motion. Our rotator cuff turns it in that socket. Our shoulder blade helps move it smoothly through this range of motion by pulling that humeral head down, rolling and gliding it. If we don't have smooth motion there, we just jam it. We get an impingement. We get shoulder pain, all sorts of side effects from just jamming it up there. So if you're getting a pinch when you do any of these, if you're feeling discomfort or pain with any of these, shoot me a message. We'll work through it. We'll find some postural changes. We'll do some stretching. We'll see if we can't adjust it. In the meantime, 3 sets of 10 are always good. If you fatigue before 10, stop. If you fatigue before 5, get rid of your cans. You can work these either range of motion wise, so you're going for the biggest range of motion you have, or strength wise, so smaller range of motion but a heavier weight. Both are beneficial. You can do these with gravity coming down, straight down against you, or gravity coming against the way that you're rotating. Lots of different ways to mix these up and make them hard, varying degrees with a 1 pound weight. And message me if you have any questions. All right. I hope you guys have a great short week if you got today off. And if not, hope you have a great week anyway. Bye.